שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. It wasn't a recording, it was me.
Such a surprise to see you. Let's hear you one more time how good it is to be together, Shira. Now we get to watch you sing.
הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד.
Thank you, Shira. We can't wait to hear you sing more. Welcome, everybody. Shabbat Shalom. We just said these words, Hine Matov Umanaim. How truly wonderful is it for us to be able to be in our own places, but all together. I'm Cantor Lizzie Weiss, but to do a proper welcoming, I'm going to channel my most inner Seth Rudetsky, and here's how I think he would say Shabbat Shalom to everyone. So I'm going to give him my good try. Best try. All right, gather around, everyone, and welcome to Broadway Shabbat. If you're here for the challah and the wine, great choice. But let's just take a moment to really appreciate the beauty of this evening. Am I right? Because Shabbat is not just about the food, though I mean the food's amazing, right? It's like a Broadway show where every dish is a Tony Award nominee. But seriously, as we light the candles tonight, we're welcoming in a peaceful, sacred time. It's like taking a brief intermission from the chaos of the week. No emails, no Zoom calls, just pure, blissful calm, and maybe a little matzo ball soup to keep things interesting. Am I right? So let's take a deep breath, let go of whatever stressful thing happened today, and let's just enjoy the moment together. Shabbat is here, and it's going to be fabulous. It's like the curtains rising on a brand new act, and trust me, the best part is yet to come. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Let's get this show on the road. So I wish I could take credit for that just brilliant opening, but that is ChatGPT's version of write me an intro for Shabbat as if I were Seth Rudetsky. So Seth, you can don't blame the messenger. But welcome, everyone. I can't believe there's over 100 people on here already. It is wonderful to see you. I am streaming here from Los Angeles, California. I'm Cantor Lizzie Weiss at Temple Emmanuel Beverly Hills. In a couple hours, I'll be on my Bima leading, and I'm really honored to be here with such amazing guests that are going to help lead this Shabbat today. So not in Seth's voice, but in my voice, I wanted to open up with just this little word to set our intention for this Shabbat. We're at the end of the second book of the Torah, the end of Exodus, and the Israelites have really moved into a world where they're building a Mishkan. They're building this sacred place for God to dwell. And I came across this concept because we talk so often about the fact that God dwells among the people, among us. Well, then why would we need a tabernacle? Why did we need a Mishkan in the first place? And I love what Rabbi Rachel Bernblatt has to say here. If mystery can be experienced in these solitary and personal ways, why go the trouble of building the Mishkan? Because the Mishkan is the spiritual technology given to our ancestors for cultivating that experience, in coming together to build a beautiful place where God's presence could dwell. They cultivated community and they cultivated spiritual life. A mystical experience might happen in the wilderness or at a moment of great emotional import, but it can't be predicted. The Mishkan was our way of domesticating the peak experience, bringing it home, and building a home for it. So as I bring each of our guests on today, I hope everyone can take the moment, an intentional moment, to experience that peakness of spirituality as we are all around the United States. The first thing that we will do, of course, is light the candles, which I realize they are here. I'm going to do them, but you're not going to be able to really see them. But yeah, there we go. And I would like to also bring on Ari and Laura. Hi, guys. Welcome. Maybe you guys want to say hi before we kind of go into our, canon of blessings. Ari?
Sure.
Laura?
Hi, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. So good to be
Shabbat
here.
Shalom. Or you go first.
What should I
say
say?
Ari, do you have something you would like to leave behind and something that you would like to, I know this is a loaded question, especially for you right now, but something you want to leave behind from this past week and something that you want to bring into your life next week?
Oh, yeah. I would like to leave behind suffering and welcome in ease. That's what I'd love to do. Yeah.
Can you hear us on? May it be God's will.
Thank you.
And what, Laura, what about you?
Oh, it's a great question. I feel very lucky. I actually just got to Arizona yesterday with my husband. So I'm going to say, I'm going to try to let go of self-judgment and bring in relaxation and joy and just being present.
Beautiful.
Lovely.
Next week's edition, Oys and Joys. But for this week,
I love that. Oh, that's so good.
For this week, let us, as I do with my preschoolers, I say, come on Shabbat, come on Shabbat. We bring in the light of Shabbat, not only in the form of candles and the actual spark of light, but also by welcoming Shabbat deep into our hearts, welcoming a moment of cessation, which is what Shabbat means. And perhaps everybody can take 10 seconds before I start to sing the blessings to set an intention of what you want to bring into your life these next 25 hours. So we'll take a few seconds and then we'll go.
Okay.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. So next, I would like to invite Ari to lead us in Kiddush.
Yes. Before I do it, I just want to share my favorite thing about Shabbat. It connects us to Jews that we will never meet. It's like a weekly ability a weekly reminder and weekly opportunity to connect with Jews that we will never meet. Jews who came before us that we will never meet, and Jews who will come after us that we will never meet, but who will be connected to us through these beautiful rituals that have sustained us. And in a world that is that Judaism has unfortunately become synonymous with anti-Semitism, this is what we're fighting for. The opportunity and the freedom and the privilege to every week let our eyes, the same eyes that have witnessed such heinous anti-Semitism, the same eyes get to see a loaf of braided bread, 2 candlesticks, and a glass of wine or grape juice. We're fighting against anti-Semitism, but we're fighting for Jewish vitality. And that connects us to our ancestors and generations to come. So with that, I invite all of you and all of them in to this cup of blessing as we say, Vaye'erev vayboker yom hashishi, vayechulu hashamayim ve'haaretz v'chol tzevam, vayechal Elohim bayom hashvi'i melachto asher asa, vayishpot bayom hashvi'i mikol melachto asher asa, vayevarech Elohim et yom hashvi'i v'yekadesh oto, ki bo Shabbat mikol melachto asher bara Elohim la'asot. Savri. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzotav v'ratavanu v'shabbat kadsho be'ahava uvratzon inchilanu. Zikaron למעשה בראשית, כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. כי בנו בחרת, ואותנו קידשת, מן כל העמים, ושבת קודשך. באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני, ברוך שמו, מקדש השבת. Amen. Chaya.
L'chaim, you got the job.
Oh, so beautiful. And I would buy tickets to that any day of the week.
Every Shabbat, Laura.
you.
Every Shabbat.
Gorgeous. Every
you.
Shabbat.
Thank you.
Exactly. It's so beautiful.
Thank you.
All right. And Laura, what do you have for us?
I am going to do, unfortunately, I don't have a challah. I have a rice cake.
Whatever works.
So, what are you going to do in a hotel room? Okay. Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Te'avon.
Shabbat shalom, everybody.
Shabbat shalom, Tampa.
We have a moment for some trivia. I just want to tell you guys something. So my senior rabbi, Rabbi Jonathan Eyre at Temple Emmanuel Beverly Hills, is from a long line of unbelievable musicians and composers, including Sam Adler, who wrote Hamotzi lechem min haaretz, his uncle. Yes, and Sam Adler's also he studied music, like all the anthologies and the music editing stuff he did. But the way that you just sang it, our voices join in rising. Is that what you said? Rising chorus?
Sung together.
Right. So there is an East Coast version and a West Coast version. So I grew up with our voices join in song together as our prayer is humbly said. I think I just combined two of them. Point is, there's two different versions. And I would always argue with my rabbi and say, well, this is the right version. And he would say, no, I would know better. This is my uncle, you know. And just recently, they found the original transcript, and the West Coast version, Song Together, is the original. So
There you go.
one point for the West Coast. Fantastic. Well, thank you, Laura. Thank you, Ari.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for being here. I want to invite Ari at this time. Laura, I don't go in too far, but I'll
be right here. I'll be listening.
Okay. You know, one of the things that has really developed as this community has started to flourish are new relationships, and with new relationships become new simchas, and also feeling the pain of others. And not just every Shabbat, but every day we say prayers for healing. So Ari is going to sing a really beautiful one. And what I would like to invite everyone to do, even if you emailed in names of those who need healing, if you can write them in the chat, and then everybody, as Ari is singing, if you can write them in the chat, we'll all take a moment to just take in the essence of each name that is in the chat. So we won't be reading the names from the email, but we will be reading, we will see all the names as they're submitted in the chat. So with that, here is Ari.
Healer of the broken hearted, binder of our wounds, counter of uncountable stars. You know who we are. הרופא נשבור אליהם ומחבש לעצבותם, מונה מספר לכוכבים, לכולם שמות יקרא. אנא רפאנה הללויה,
Amen, ve'amen, ve'amen. A refuah shlema to you, to everybody. A reminder that when we say our prayer for healing, we're not just praying for the healing of the body, but of the mind, of the spirit. And also another one to remember is the healing of and the strength for the caregiver. So just a shout out to anyone who is on the chat or who's watching, who might not need the healing for their own body or spirit, but does need for their strength to continue to care for others. Thank you, Ari. That was beautiful. I'm going to just put everybody back on screen. Are you ready, Laura? Shira, are you there? There you are. It has been such a pleasure. I can't believe we've almost filled our 30 minutes. And Shira is back. Shira, will you share a little oi and joy, or something you want to leave behind and something that you want to bring into the next week?
Something I want to let go and bring in. Oi and joy. I love that, by the way. I'm totally stealing that.
Cantor Jessica Hutchings, one of my best friends. Thank you.
And oi, I did my taxes. So I'm going to leave that behind. And I'm going to take in more community, more music, more togetherness. I can't believe we're doing it every week. Seth is on a plane, but thank you, Seth.
Actually, he's writing in. So I just
he is?
yes.
Seth, we miss you.
We miss you, Seth.
Terribly. ChatGPT just, it's not the same.
Yeah. I don't know if he was on it for
Close.
that.
Not the same. All
Seth
right.
tried to be
We'll
you
watch
with
that.
ChatGPT, but yeah. So Shira, what are we gonna close today with?
I think we'll sing Hine Matov one more time for the people who didn't hear it in the beginning. Say how wonderful it is that we can be together, online, offline, and in this community. You feel free to sing along. I'll hear you in my heart. Hine Matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד.
Shira, will you keep playing under really quick? I have one last poem to share, but you're playing so beautifully. This comes from one of the concepts of this week, and I'm going to invoke that name, God. But for everyone has a different concept of God. So whatever your concept, you can replace God with an energy, with the unknown, with the fear, anything, as I share this poem. God is the doorman, the one you don't notice, holding the heavy panel so you can go through. God is the hinge that swings the door, the joint and socket that makes opening possible. God is the door through which you walk from one chapter to the next, adorned with words that remind you who you are becoming, who you really are. This week, I hope that you will look for God or look for your higher power in the places where you least expect it. Believe in something greater than evil. Believe in the common good that must still exist among us. Shira, will you close us out? And we'll see you all next week.
הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. See you guys next week. End stream.